corn, and a side of potatoes, and a vat of melted butter. Who else is promising you butter? Nobody!
Other candidates say we need less government intervention.
I say we need no government at all. Just me in a big house. Preferably a White House. I'm not a politician. I'm one of you. Sort of. I'm a fish of the people. And we all want the same thing. Independence. And in these trying times, America needs a leader who isn't afraid to say what everyone's thinking. Even if no one's actually thinking it.
He's not a clownfish like those other candidates.
I'm a goldfish. Vote for me. You won't regret it. Show your community exactly where you stand. With me, Hecklefish J. Moriarty. Available now is the Hecklefish for President yard sign, bumper sticker, and campaign button. Or if you're feeling really patriotic, get all three in one convenient package. You're gonna love my package.
Hecklefish. The hero we deserve.
This ad was paid for and approved by the Hecklefish for President campaign.
Despite it being humanity's constant companion through all of recorded time, the moon is still a mystery. Science hasn't been able to explain how the moon was formed, its unusual orbit, its distance from us, its density, its composition, its structure. These are all still questions. Now, there are theories about the moon that solve some of these puzzles, but they don't solve all of them. There's only one theory that answers every scientific question about the moon. Just one. That the moon is a hollow artificial structure brought here by someone else. Let's find out why. Let's start at the beginning. We're taught that the moon has been here forever, but there's controversy about this because scientists can't agree on how the moon was formed in the first place. The first theory of how the moon became linked to the Earth is the capture theory. It says the moon was just floating along, drifted near the Earth, and was pulled into orbit. This is almost impossible. Another explanation is the accretion theory, that the moon and Earth formed out of dust clouds in the early solar system. But when systems form through accretion, they share similar traits. If the moon was formed this way, it would have an iron core, like the Earth. It would spin on an axis, like the Earth. But neither of these are true. The fission hypothesis was popular for a while, and this says the early Earth was spinning so fast that the moon was formed out of rock in the Pacific Ocean that was flung into space. But we later learned that moon rock is much older than the bottom of the ocean, so this is unlikely. The most popular explanation is the giant impact theory. This says that a large object about the size of Mars smashed into the proto-Earth. The debris field from the collision coalesced to create the Earth-Moon system. Again, these conditions would have to be so perfect that the odds are
astronomical.
Right. Now, a recent theory is a combination of all of these. That a large object collided with the Earth about 4.5 billion years ago, essentially vaporizing it. And this vapor is called a synestia. And the synestia was spinning very rapidly, forming a torus. And the moon formed on the edge of this torus.
Whoa, hold on. Taurus? What's a torus?
Well, this shape is a torus.
That looks like a donut.
It does, but in geometry, if you revolve a circle around an axis in three-dimensional space, it's called a torus.
Yeesh, and you wonder why you're not popular at parties.
I'm very popular at parties, aren't I? So, we still don't know how the moon was created. You would think that actually going to the moon and collecting rock samples would solve some of these puzzles. But when moon rocks were brought back and studied, it only created more questions. Since landing on the moon in 1969,
The moon landing was as fake as a teenager's Instagram.
I knew you were going to do this. Look, do you like the idea that the moon is a hollow spaceship?
Well, yeah, I gotta admit, I do kind of like this idea.
Okay, so for us to explore this theory, you need